News of King Michael, seen here at a banquet in Bucharest with the Queen Mother and a number of leading Romanian and Russian personalities. The occasion was the celebration of the 28th anniversary of the Red Army. And although American and British representatives were present, it's obvious that Romania is very much in the Soviet sphere of influence, even if we didn't know that already. The feature of the evening was the performance of the Russian dancers, most of which you'll recognize as being in the true Russian tradition. Just try this one after a good dinner with plenty of vodka.
Greetings, Twilight Struggle fans, and welcome to Team Illinois Game of the Week. Tonight, we've got a big ITSL game for you as Team Illinois' own Derek Miller takes on Maryland's Jim Haefele, which, as you know, rhymes with safely. I'm Justin Abramson. Jeremy Anders coming right up, and it's a pleasure to have you aboard this evening. Now, folks, ITSL regular season games are all just 1 out of 20, and sometimes they can lack the urgency of games from other leagues. But that should not be the case tonight, as simply put, both of these players need this game. Derek sits at 11-5 on the season, comfortably inside the top 31 in the Seattle Conference, but with plenty of work to do in order to qualify for the playoffs and a tough schedule in front of him the rest of the way. Jim, meanwhile, is on the outside looking in. He's 8-7, but his schedule the rest of the way is quite manageable, and winning out to sneak into the postseason is very much a possibility if he can take down Derek tonight. It's a big one for both players tonight, so buckle up, settle in, put us on the big screen, get the World Baseball Classic on in the background, and get your popcorn ready for some regular season Twilight Struggle with playoff level intrigue. But enough talk, let's get to the game. We're watching from Derek's side tonight, of course, so let's bring in Jeremy. Jeremy, break down this opening hand for us and maybe help our viewers get inside Derek's head and let us know what he's going to try to accomplish on turn one.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. This to me, Nasser also a good choice, but the Vietnam Duck coup of Iran combo just seems way too good for me. Derek doing a good job of eventing it first. He has screwed that up on the stream before. And let's get a nice roll here. We did not. I am rooting for Derek, even though Derek has not rooted for me in similar type situations. So I just want it to be known that Derek is the nicest guy in Twilight Struggle, except for in this instance. In this case, I'm out-nicing him.
Yes. All right. Well, I, of course, am rooting for Jim. Jim and I just played board games together, Twilight Struggle and other games, for 5 consecutive days. So he's a good friend of mine. And he invited me over to his house for margaritas a few months ago. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping that he can stay in this one against Derek tonight. Both players need this game. Jim needs it a little bit more. So let's see how it goes. Now, what would your response be here? I assume this would be take Iran back. I assume you have a 4, which Jim certainly does with containment in play. Take back Iran to Pakistan. And then what else?
Yeah, I think I'd go Malaysia just to force an influence play from Derek to just make him take Thailand.
Make him take Thailand, and then you can get into India in case Derek has IP war, which of course we know he does not, but Jim may know no such thing.
Yeah, well, he's only going to play a 3. That is a very Asia-centric play.
Okay, interesting. He just stops Dom right away. I don't hate that, but that just means that Derek is going to take those countries. Yeah, you're gonna have a tough time fighting this on country count. And Derek might also beat you to India. Interestingly, Derek does not use NATO there. Probably assuming that Jim does not have Warsaw, or we would have seen it right there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The one thing I was thinking, so Derek's play very efficient, but is this a time where you forego the Vietnam bonus, play Comic-Con, and put 2 into Thailand and 1 into Afghanistan? Is that insane? Because now we're just blocked off of Western Asia completely.
Yeah. And so, okay. I'm betting that Jim does not have IP war. He's playing like a man who's very nervous about it. And so Suez, is Derek potentially considering an event here of Suez?
Um, I don't love it. Jim with containment, just a 2-op becomes a 3, and you just go 1 Iraq, 2 Pakistan, or something like that. That seems like a perfectly reasonable response.
Yeah, I would want to shut off Iraq before I tried that. Derek also has Nasser, so he can use Nasser to block off.
This
Okay, go ahead, Jeremy.
I kind of wanted to take a coup there. Deny our opponent Millops. We can hopefully get Nasser off. And Suez could be a good event late in the turn if our opponent fills France. So I like taking the coup. We risk Fidel making CIA a problem, but we have China. Duck has been played. So we'll be able to get rid of it next turn, worst case scenario.
Yeah. Could have also given CIA there, used it to take Burma, get your Vietnam bonus. This is a fine hand to show. Although I guess you don't want to show Nasser. Ooh, Korean War under containment,
Oh,
and it will hit.
I
Jim
think,
probably, maybe Jim's worried that Derek has Asia. Could see 2 South Korea, 1 Philippines here. Could see 2 Pakistan, 1 South Korea. Yeah.
Jim has to have the scoring, right?
He might.
Because it's been a lot of ops into non-battlegrounds if he doesn't have the scoring. Okay, so
Okay.
Derek gonna. I think this is fine. Okay.
Okay. So DEFCON now at 2, and Jim under a little bit of pressure here. Jim wants to take Pakistan, he wants to take South Korea, and he definitely needs to get to Lebanon right now.
Yeah, and Jim can do a lot of those things, and we're still getting a clean Nasser off now.
Yep. Yeah, I think Egypt is a lower priority. You've got to get to Lebanon. I'd want to get to Pakistan. We'll see if Jim has Fidel.
Yeah, and it's already. Oh, he
Hmm.
does.
That's a good play from Jim. But now Derek can take Pakistan.
Oh, I would do Iran and Pakistan with Suez.
Yeah, 100%. That,
I know the
yeah,
clean Nasser is good, but oh,
absolutely. I would 100% do that first.
yeah.
It
I know
doesn't give
you're
you
not gonna get.
Dom. It
You're
doesn't give
not
you
gonna get.
Dom in Asia, but Pakistan's an incredibly important country here.
Yeah, I mean, other than IP war, this will be basically the Soviets. Yes, good.
Blah. Derek, do the worst play.
Yeah, because other than IP war, that's Derek's last chance to, or maybe an ABM in the headline. That's Derek's last chance to contest Pakistan.
Yep. Oh, and Jim is going to space,
Oh,
and
that's
he will
interesting. So he doesn't have.
miss.
He doesn't have a D card. I mean, so see, we still got our clean Nasser. I know
Okay.
spacing is valuable, but I mean that's a contained soc govs is still an op.
Yeah. And Jim didn't have, and so we wonder what we're going to see here. Obviously, hindsight is there. I think it would have been more important to get to Pakistan, or at least get one into Pakistan, um, than take South Korea. Obviously, South Korea is important, particularly with the war gone. And Jim in okay shape in Asia. He's got 4, 5, 6 countries, to 6 for Derek, but. We'll see. So what do you do if you're Jim here? You want to fill France. You want to
Well, yeah,
poke
the question is, are
Pakistan. You want to
we?
poke Egypt.
Yeah, there's so many. We got to fill France, but there's so many things we want to poke too. I think Thailand would be first on my list to poke. I wish I had a magical 5-op card. Um, okay, so this will just be a poke of Thailand.
Hmm.
2. We haven't
Two
seen
in,
De Gaulle.
yeah, I don't like 2 in France, but so Jim maybe is holding decall. Okay, there's
Derek
De
gets
Gaulle.
it. Derek gets it.
Yep, and he also gets defectors. He also gets UN with CIA. This is a great hand for Derek, despite the lack of D cards. You couldn't ask for much better here. De Gaulle's going to get you France. AI War is going to get you Milops anyway. You can get to space first. You can UN away CIA, and if you play China, you can hold defectors.
Yeah, and we get one of the 3 scorings, and depending on how this turn goes, Justin, I would seriously consider playing China and holding UN and CIA.
Yeah, that is a possibility as well. There's a great hand for Derek. Jim is going to want a headline with no containment, no defectors. Jim probably wants to headline Asia if he has it. If not Asia, then Marshall would be the clear play here.
Yeah. IP War also would be strong. Purge.
Hmm.
Those are pretty much his choices. USJ is nah, that's terrible.
USJ, yeah, that doesn't do a ton. I would just headline Asia if that were the play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Big IP war roll coming. But yeah, and that two in France wasted.
Yeah.
And Jim doesn't get the roll. Now,
Yeah, and it's got to be to Libya, right?
no, no, no. I hate one Libya. I mean, I guess it's not terrible because if he get cooed out of Libya, so what? But it's just asking to be cooed.
Yeah, I guess Derek is just saying I would like to score a domination here.
Yeah,
And I say,
he's also saying getting cooed out of Egypt with nothing in Libya is worse than getting cooed out of Libya. So, okay, Jim is
I,
going to need a four here, and he will get it. But yeah, I would have liked to, but for that reason, I would have liked to see two Libya rather than one Syria. Syria could have waited. Or
although
you
I
know what?
guess we would
Maybe
have
it
to play
couldn't.
the China card to if we had one more pip in there and Libya was just at one, we'd have to play China to take Libya back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's Derek's plan.
Yeah, Middle East isn't going to change, so Derek's going to get CNS off. That
You
seems
know,
okay.
get CNS off. Derek's going to also want to event AI war. He's going to need to score, and then we'll see what he wants to do with the factors UNCIA. You could hold UNCIA. You could UNCIA now, play China and hold defectors.
Yeah, I like the idea of holding of playing China with this low op hand and holding UN and CIA. But I'm also looking at this board and there's I mean I guess we can fight for a Europe dom. There are things we can do with these ops.
Yeah, yeah.
If we're
There,
playing
that's
China, we have to actually the five ops from China go to take India and overprotect Pakistan and Thailand.
yeah, yeah. I think that's fine. We accept we're not going to get Europe Dom unless Jim wants to give Romanian.
Yeah, I mean I guess the other thing you could do is you could take China and take Portugal and Greece. That would pretty much shore that up because opponent does not, or Jim does not have access to Turkey.
Yeah, boy, this is a perfect example of why I don't like the Afghanistan play as the U.S. I much prefer going right into Pakistan because Derek missed on that coup. Jim had several ARs with DEFCON at three to take Pakistan, and yet Derek beat him there.
Yep. Seems to, although I guess Jim doesn't have that much to do, but that seemed like a quick trigger on space.
Well, Jim pretty clearly has D-stall. He spaced SocGov's turn one and held something else. If he did not have D-stall, SocGov's would have been the hold. So knew he needed to do it. Guess he figured he'd get it out of the way. If I'm Jim, what do I want to do? Right? I want to poke Pakistan to threaten India. I want to poke France to threaten Algeria. Oh, we need to take Panama. Clearly, he's not going to do the walk because he's got decall and he's going to hold D-stall. It would unless he also has blockade. So I bet Jim probably is going to gamble not do the walk and just hope Derek doesn't redraw them turn three.
Yeah, and what's the country count in Asia right now is it 6 to 6? Can I count good?
You
Yeah, it's
can count good. It is
6.
6-6. So India would be good enough for Dom. Jim would have to take Taiwan.
Yeah, so Derek's gonna have to use the China card, I think, to take it. Well, okay.
Yeah. I
Now we're
like
playing
the
it
play from
Derek.
Jim. Yeah. You have to do this 100%.
Yeah.
This now that Jim gets China out of the deal, but now Jim is in the uncomfortable. Jim certainly doesn't have the scoring. He would have played it before that
Yeah.
happened. But Jim is in the uncomfortable position of having to take Taiwan or Japan with USJ unseen to stop this Dom.
Yeah, I mean, Jim could plan on poking perhaps AR6. I don't think Derek's going to be overprotecting Pakistan, India, and North Korea.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I would try to overprotect Pakistan, but I'd like to, well, actually, never mind, because we need to get our mill-ops with AI war, and then we've got a two-op play from defectors. So we're not
Yep.
taking Europe down. That's not a thing. I think
No,
I think I would event AI war, and then I would overprotect France and Pakistan.
I think that's the play. Yep. And then you're going to see maybe a North Korea polka. I don't know if you've heard the North Korea polka, a Weird Al Yankovic song performed on John Oliver's last week tonight. Excellent song. Hope you take a listen.
I
But we'll
have
see
not
if
actually.
Jim pulls that out of the bag. Please don't nuke us, North Korea. It goes a little like that. It's a good one.
Okay. If Derek makes that a video, would it get copyrighted?
Mmm. Ooh, Weird Al seems like the type of guy who would love to see a clip of himself play during a game like this.
Oh, that's true. He like basically told people to pirate his movie.
Yes, there's don't download this song. Oh, that's a
Ooh,
problem.
that's obnoxious for Jim. And I don't think Jordan does much.
Yeah, well, what is Jim going to do with one op? Jim, we were talking about Jim
I
wants
would
to
rather
poke
put
things.
I would rather put Nop in Greece.
Yeah, right. I would have done that. Yeah, op in Greece, op in Panama.
Yeah, Panama's also good. Yeah.
Yeah, Romanian is annoying here because now, yeah, you need two ops. Um, and Jim, to his credit, realizing that Derek,
Okay, so that
I would have rather gone Greece, I think,
yeah, I
to get
guess the
access to
whole
Turkey.
Derek playing. Okay, I mean, I guess if Jim's poking in Asia, he's not stopping your Europe, Dom. That's
Yeah.
very aggressive, though.
I mean, Derek with Dom in all three early war regions, but no access whatsoever beyond that.
Yeah, and not a single, well, Thailand. Thailand is the only battleground overprotected that he didn't
Okay.
start the
Oh
game
boy.
with overprotect.
Big four up play. Jam of North Korea, Jam of France.
Yeah,
Okay,
see, I
that's
think
good too. Oh boy. A huge hand for Derek, and he
yeah,
redraws D stall. Or no, never mind. He doesn't
he
redraw
just
it.
drew that, right? Yeah.
Interesting. Jim spaced decall without holding D stall. Um,
Yeah,
wow.
that is a little, although he would have had to dump 5-year plan or purge to blockade if it was around.
Yeah.
Jim
Well,
also,
he presumably held something else.
yeah. Okay.
He's got blockade now. So what's Derek's play here? Is this just a Europe headline?
Well, it depends on what he wants to do, because I assume we're seeing Marshall,
Yeah.
which means we're not getting this Dom off.
Yeah, well, we could take the down on AR1. Yeah, I like this. Now, of course, what you're crossing your fingers and hoping not to see Truman. That is the big problem for Derek. Truman redraw. Um, but if we don't see a Truman redraw, this will be Marshall. Derek will presumably take a coup, and then Jim will flip Pakistan.
Yeah, so I actually don't love the Europe headline. The problem is there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, you
If
can't
you
headline
wanted to get,
D-stall with defectors because you didn't hold defectors.
I mean, we know 6 of his cards, I think, and Marshall's really. I was about to say, if you, I wouldn't take the risk, but if you're assuming Marshall's coming, D-stall would be pretty devastating. But like, also, it's a terrible play because presumably you're going to take France, not coup. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have minded Oh, and Derek's just gonna. Oh, because he's gonna UN USJ. Okay.
Yeah, I like this decision by Derek.
Yeah.
If Jim coups, Derek will just overprotect Pakistan.
Yep.
Any government that is willing to assist in the task of recovery will find.
And I think Jim wants to coup, right? He's got to spread and make this D-stall a little uncomfortable. He can't just give up a clean, like he wants to coup and then go into Angola, Colombia, and probably get at least one into Algeria for the heck of it.
Yep.
I mean, I guess he could flip Pakistan too, but that's not going to.
No, I think Derek is overprotecting Pakistan no matter what here.
Yeah.
Although Jim now also has to worry about that IP war redraw, which he now sees.
That's annoying for Derek, but he is going to do the right thing as you suggested.
Okay. Jim, sorry, I was looking away for a second. So Jim cooed Iran and rolled big here.
You rolled a 5, yeah. So we don't know a 4-op in Jim's hand. I believe he has Asia, EEU, NORAD, Blockade, and Warsaw known. I feel like Angola and Colombia are musts.
Yep. And Algeria, that's fine. Does not go into Iran, which makes sense. Jarek, of course, going to empty Romania and no, Yugoslavia. You have independent Reds and you're giving it. This is Yugoslavia.
Yeah, it's a minor mistake, but it is a mistake. He just went. Yeah, okay, this is fine.
Yeah, I think this is the right play. Meantime, Jim has China, but Jim has also got to stop Asia Dom.
I'm not sure Jim can.
He can but he's gonna have to take Taiwan.
Yeah, but then
or Japan.
Derek can just keep poking to his heart's content, I think.
Yes, but if Derek is poking to his heart's content, he's not filling up South America. He's not taking Iran back. He's not contesting Algeria. There's all kinds of things he's not doing.
This is true, but Jim's not doing those things either.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. Nobody wants France. Nobody wants Iran. These are typically not important countries in the early war, so it makes sense.
Nobody cares about these countries.
20th century is the challenge of human relations and not of impersonal natural forces.
Yeah, so let's. Oh. That's surprise. Okay, so that's Suez's redraw. Okay, that surprises me because I feel like that was a good time to use a 3-op because Jim has some stuff to do here. And Derek is going to get... I might go Argentina before the second in Brazil. You can also put 1 into France just to put some pride. I don't know that Derek needed to put 2 in Brazil right away.
Yeah, I think 1 would have been fine. And then, so Jim needs to stop Asia Dom. He needs to take Algeria. France can wait. I know that's surprising coming from me. Big moment in the World Baseball Classic game. Are you watching that, Jeremy?
I am not. Please tell me what's happening, though.
So in order for Team USA to advance, they need either Italy to win or they need Mexico to score at least 5 runs. Italy is up 3-0 in the top of the 5th. They have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Okay, Jim is flipping Zaire. Okay, but there's lots of other things I'd have rather done. Italy smashes the ball on the ground. Base hit right field. The run comes around to score. Second run comes in. It is now 5-0 Italy, and the United States marches on to the quarterfinals.
That's beautiful. So I guess with Jim's flip of Zaire, that's fine in a nutshell. I feel like if we had the ops to flip Zaire, we had the ops to take Iran.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah. He's also really kind of waiting on Asia scoring here. I wouldn't want to wait any longer than this AR, I don't think.
Yeah, unless you're going to do a China play. Um,
I mean, he might have been hoping Derek made a mistake and played USJ, so but he
yeah,
didn't.
or you
So.
and USJ, because I think he doesn't want to fill up Japan and then let Derek have a free USJ. But the problem now is, as you said, it's too late in the turn. Now, if you stop, Derek can try the poke game.
Yeah, and the Zaire flip's nice, but you could have taken Taiwan, you could have taken Iran earlier in the turn.
I would have rather taken Iran and Algeria, I think.
Yeah, that's a good play. Yeah, he didn't have to go blockade so quickly there. So priorities for Derek: two Chile, one Venezuela. Um,
I'd love it if I were Derek. I'd love to get one into Algeria before Jim closes it off, just to contest it. But yeah, I think that's good.
I'd like to get one op into France just to put a little bit of pressure there. I don't know. We're running out of ops though, so like we're not gonna take France.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and oh
Oh,
wow.
oh,
That was
oh.
Jim's last unknown card, and he hit the right one.
There you go, Jim. Wow. Okay. Okay. Jim rolls the dice and comes up midnight, and he's going to get out of this Asia Dom.
Yeah, and I was saying Derek can poke to his heart's content, but no, he can't.
He cannot do that anymore.
So Jim, I believe, is EU and Asia. Um, so for me, I think I'd just focus on South America here. Let's get a VOA proof control.
Yeah, I would put yeah, I think you're just going to put this one into Venezuela. You're going to put IP war into Chile. No, you're going to trigger IP war because we're on Millops, is what you're going to do, right?
I think so. I was just gonna say, is it nuts to coup Colombia
Yeah,
instead?
you're right. Coup in Colombia is
Yeah.
better because Jim is not going to coup that back, right? He's got much more important things to do with his three ops than pick up
Yeah,
one
like
VP.
I feel like using a three op to get one mil op. Derek's okay with that. Yeah, so there's Asia. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess you don't need the third in Venezuela if you've got four in Colombia. Jim,
Yeah.
with EU, presumably should take, I would take Algeria here, and then what, Cameroon or Saharan?
Yeah, I think I would go.
Okay,
Oh, I
well,
guess
we
I was
missed
wrong. I'm
that.
sorry. It's AI war, not EU. Um,
It's kind of a big roll here. You don't want to go down 11. Okay, and Derek misses. Okay, and here is a
boy,
hand.
that's a lot of good stuff for Derek. We've got four VPs from OPEC, potentially three more from Arms Race.
Yeah, Alliance is basically free. Camp Sadat are annoying. Um,
There, you
but
can you can control the order of that though,
yeah,
and they can come after OPEC.
okay. So this is a very nice hand for Derek. Uh, doesn't have to be an ABM headline, because Missile Envy is going to be a disaster either way. Yeah, I think this is better. Well, there you go. That's too bad for Derek, but nothing to be done about it.
Good
Uh,
job by speaking that crap into existence for your
yeah,
Atlantic League compatriot.
indeed. So this is a coup of Argentina, right? Not even thinking twice.
Yeah, what else would it be? You're not going to coup Egypt. That makes no sense. It's got to be Argentina.
Ooh,
Okay, well, it doesn't really
Brazil.
matter if it's a two, but I would have done Argentina over Brazil.
Yeah, for sure. It's less realignable, and if we get one in there, it immediately threatens Chile.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad rule there for Jim. Okay. Yeah, I think just overprotect Angola, one back into Brazil in case we see Brush, I think is right.
Yeah, lots of cards. Brush, OAS, Junta,
Puppets even.
puppets. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. No, no, wrong. No. Fuck. Pardon me. Right.
Okay. Okay. Well, that Jim can say that. He's playing the game. And he didn't hear my introduction, so that's fine. Okay. Che, that okay. Well, that'll be free, but this is probably just a coup of Cameroon. I have to think that if Jim had CRG, if Jim had puppets, we would have seen that right there.
Yeah, for sure.
This is just a coup of Cameroon. And Derek probably is. I would just concede Nigeria here and get arms race off, right?
That's not going to happen. We're down by 5 mil-ops.
Oh, sorry. What am I saying? I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking that Derek was up on Millops, but he is not. Uh, I got a little confused because I'm rooting for one player but watching the other. Usually, we the instinct, if you don't really have a dog in the fight, is to root for the player who's streaming the game. But I do. So, all right.
Event. I mean, I would play ABM for influence, and I would take Panama and Brazil, and then we can coup something. We can counter coup something.
So you're saying you would trigger ABM but not coup.
Yeah, yeah, because we can. Because I don't think I don't really want to coup Zaire with ABM.
Yeah.
They're just going to take Panama, but I would like to get another op in Brazil too.
Yeah, I would have rather waited to trigger nuke subs until I'd rather waited to trigger nuke subs until after we had fixed up Panama.
Yeah, for sure. Because you're already like, okay, if you coup Angola, okay, Derek's happy to make that trade.
Oh, big old China card coup.
Yeah,
Jim is
Brazil.
maybe Jim has South America. Okay, huge roll.
Okay, yeah, because Derek does still have Dom there, so he can play OPEC.
Yeah, Derek's got ABM, which is going to be a coup. He's got Sadat, which is annoying. He's got VOA, which has to go to space. Okay, there's cultural. Another coup. Boy, I'd be going for Africa here.
Yeah.
Jim has done this against. He did this against me in U.S. Cup as well. Triggered nuke subs and then tried cooing the big two stabs, and it did not work out for him. I prefer to be going after Africa unless I'm really desperate.
I agree. And I was just going to suggest exactly what Derek did with his play. Fix Panama and threaten Nigeria.
Yeah. So Jim now needs to go into Nigeria. Derek will coup with ABM, and then presumably he'll space VOA, hang on to Sadat. Nope. Jim going to go with a coup, presumably in Venezuela. No, going to go Panama again.
Okay, so this is pretty wild, but I don't think we can just give Panama up. I would rather place. What are we going to get that's better than Panama with an ABM coup?
Yeah, I think I think that would have been a situation to concede the Millops, or maybe just coup with Sadat.
Yeah, I don't. I think both players this turn have been too casual with Panama.
Yeah. So Jim looks like he can. So if I had a 3-op, you just take Panama and you take Nigeria.
Yeah, that's way better than any coup.
Yeah, this is 2 Panama, 1 Nigeria.
That, as a Team Illinois fan, was scary.
Yep, indeed. Okay, this is just a Zaire coup, right? No reason to do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you could try. Okay, well, you tried the right thing.
Okay, now 2 countries to 2 in Africa. We'll see if Jim wants to take one more shot, presumably on Angola, to get Dom. But Jim in some trouble here. He is down 13 VPs. And, okay, they're going to take a shot at Angola.
Gotta be. Yep.
And
Ooh.
this is good enough to get him Dom. Or do we see Portuguese? We do not. We see Junta, and we see 3 scorings and a lot of garbage. Oh boy! But decall in Africa, Junta in Central, and then Southeast Asia as well to go with that decall. Jeremy, walk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, this is just. I've only seen 3 cards, and they're the only 3 I'm looking at. It's decall, score Africa, he coups, score Southeast Asia. That's enough points.
That's GG.
That's plenty GG.
Yeah. So 13. So decall's going to take back Angola. It'll break.
Yeah, I think it's Algeria, Nigeria, Angola, and Indonesia for the decall.
Yeah.
And
then you score immediately. Yeah.
And that's a 4 or 5 point dom, and then Southeast Asia would be worth 3.
Yep.
So that's
And there's no positive, there are currently no positive regions other than Africa on the board. That is not going to do it.
And Jim's going to want to coup Panama with his lads.
Well, he's going to coup South America, but yeah.
Oh, right. I said Panama. I meant Argentina. My bad.
I would have. I don't like the break of Malaysia. I would have broken Algeria to
Yeah,
get
that telegraphs that you also have Southeast Asia on your hand.
Yeah, and also puts a VP. It gives you a VP immediately.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I agree 100%.
But instead of waiting, because now Jim can repair both those. If Jim repairs. Yeah, that's about right, Jim. So Jim could theoretically repair, but Derek, no, he's going to go.
Then Junta is just devastating, though.
Yeah.
With Central in hand.
Nice roll for Jim, but it's too little, too late. All right, a nice win for Derek.
Yeah, great win for Derek. That was a devastating turn 5 combo there. Derek got a D-stall. He generally had pretty solid ops, I would say, in the early war, and I thought he played a pretty nice game.
Yeah, I thought so too. So how Derek build up to those VPs? He didn't get an Asia Dom. Europe was just even, right? Asia and Europe were both even. He did get some points in the Middle East.
Middle East a couple times, right?
Middle East, yeah. Yeah, Middle East just came once. He came turn 2. Derek got a dom there. He got the dom in Africa, which was 4 rather, and then he got the points in Southeast Asia, which was another 4. So that ended up being.
I think what happened, Justin, I'm struggling to remember any occasion where, okay, I guess he got 1 VP from space, but other than that, when did Jim get a point?
Yeah, he got the one. He got 1 from space, and he got 1 when Derek triggered duck, and he got 1 when Derek triggered defectors.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it wasn't so much Derek just piling it on; it was that Jim just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, I think that's it, really.
And he was able to make strides in South America. Africa looked good, but yeah, decall into Africa and Southeast Asia was just devastating. At the start of the turn, yeah, that turned out to be a big miss for Jim on those coups, and the fact that he had to roll twice on Panama was bad.
Yeah, he had bad dice, but those dice would have been effective on those African 1 stabs, like we were saying, though.
Yep. Yeah, they would have. But if that had been what had happened, right? Derek would have triggered Junta, taken Mexico, and scored Central for 10. So
that's true. If he has,
much Jim really
doesn't magically have Panama and those African countries, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So tough one. Is Derek on? No, I don't know.
Yes. Nope. I'm on. The microphone was still muted.
But, okay. Well, congratulations, Derek. Nice win.
Yeah, that was rough for Jim. There's nothing he could have really done there.
I liked his fancy 5-year plan play. It was a little cute. It worked out great.
I was wondering. I'm like, why isn't he scoring Asia? And yeah, that was a clever play. Because I was all ready to use UN to either poke things, depending on what he did. Like, I was going to use it to potentially take Japan if he didn't score in time. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was definitely a good play. And then, yeah, I was like, oh my God, this hand is terrible. And you have 3 scoring cards. And Jeremy's like, no, it's GG.
Yeah, no, I saw the decal right away, and then I saw the Africa, and that's when I started doing the calculation. Actually, I screwed up a little bit. I didn't notice I could have poked Algeria there. That's a minor thing, but like, I don't know if there's a way he could have gotten out of it, but I realized after I committed it, I'm like, oh crap, Algeria, I could have broken too.
Yeah, that would have been a VP right away instead of a VP and AR later, but
Yeah,
it worked out for you.
Yeah. All right.
You also should have taken one out of Yugoslavia with D-Stall with independent reds in your hand, but again, I don't think that mattered.
Wait. Oh, I took out of Finland. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I did not consider that at all. But all right, if those are the mistakes I made, then I'll take them.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good one for you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, and not sure what our next game is coming up, but have a good night, everyone.